Okay, this is the block drain. You can probably see this is all damp through there possibly, and it seems to come out of here and down and out through there. So the pipe goes through the wall here, comes out just here, goes down here somewhere, and that's the septic tank there. It came with 8 of these attachments here. So I'll undo the cap and I'll wait until it goes all the way through. We're going to wear our gloves, of course, and eye protection at least. Okay, there's a septic tank. I've cleaned it off because I'm going to be working around here. That's the main access there, so you'd remove the cement from around the outside and just lift up the lid there. But there's the inspection hole. So you might be able to see there that the pipe comes in not far down underneath the pipe there. Just trying to line that up. So there's a better shot of it just there. You might just be able to see it toward the tank there. And trying to get around inside there. Okay, so there we go. Just looking down the pipe. It's very hard sometimes to get a good shot of something. The pipe comes in through there from the house. So let's try and see around. It's just too dank and dark in there. But anyway, that's the pipe there. Okay, so that's what goes in through the lock on either side, and there's a push-in point here. So you sort of push that in, and it's able to fit through. So on that side, you've got, you can see it goes through there and twists around and locks up. So I'll try and do that now. I believe it's something like that goes through there, and the lock-in pin stops it. So you push that down, just focus that up, push that down, and it should just go straight in. And to get it out, bring that down a bit so it doesn't get out of the camera. To get it out, something like you're able to push that down and it'll rotate around. It's very hard to do it with one hand. Okay, so probably better off putting it on a bench or something, or stopping it from turning. So as you can see, probably. That pushes down, so yeah, so going in, you just push it down there on the outside. Once it goes through, it'll pass through and lock. So I'm doing this for the first time. This video could be a bit longer than expected, but you put as much in as you can. That's a problem. Okay, I'm doing a test. We've got water flowing through there, and I'll go down to the tank now. There's nothing coming out.
Running, really?
Okay, all the taps are turned on inside the house. All of them. Plus we've got the outside tap. So there's a fair amount of water flowing through there. It's been going for about 10 minutes. And it's only this little bit comes out there, goes down here somewhere, and there is nothing, I swear to God, going into the tank. No, it's inside the tank, so you know, I mean, what the, honestly. This is blocked up 2 times before, and the plumber's come out to fix it twice. But honestly, am I just looking at like a spring here? Like, yes, it's backed up and clogged up inside the sinks, but am I looking at like a spring coming out from up there? Because at the back of the house we can see that there is a spring. There are springs running under the ground. So yeah, so that's just my thoughts at this early point. I've got to try and get this worked out. Okay, this is a test. Somebody's going to put some toilet in the paper in the toilet and flush it, so we'll see. Oh, there it goes now. Okay, well, I've had the 2 hoses in there for half an hour, and before that there was the taps on the inside of the house for 15 minutes. It's not blocking up, and it's not flowing into that tank down there or the tank up there. So the next question is it banking up there? I don't think so. 2 people inside the house heard the plumbing gurgling. There was a gurgling noise, and then it seemed as if some water freed up. This plumbing has been unblocked twice before, so why wouldn't you think that it was starting to be blocked? and to come in early before I had to bring in a plumber. Okay, let's look at this logically, okay? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. That's coming from up there. Now I understand. I've put a brick here, and that's blocking up the sewage pipe. So now we're testing, instead of downwards, we're testing the plumbing system up toward the house, and I've got all the taps on. Okay, now I get it. Okay. There it goes. Okay, that's all the proof I need. Okay. I see. Now I understand. Aha, well. Well, I never did. Never ever did. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, so the washing machine has been going, and of course it'll bank up. The sink will bank up if this is clogged. So I think the next test is to undo the blockage. Okay, well that's it. It's just coming out. Everything's dry up there. At one stage it was coming down from here and flooding out there. I'd come home after work and I'd find it, but it's just coming out of there, going up just to there and down. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think the next thing to do is to unblock this. Okay, and that's it. It's flooded over here and down the pipe, and that's... Look, I don't know, honestly.
At the moment everything seems to be working, but I don't know why it's flooded there in the past, so I have no idea.
Well, we made that block there, and then it's flooded up toward the sink, and we've unblocked it, and the whole lot, what the pipe couldn't take has come down here, and the rest is just drained straight out. And yet I've come here in the past and there's been something similar to this left over. So this gets blocked up and it floods out there. I've come home and this has been there was a pool of water here and something very similar to that. You can see that sediment has flowed down there. I've come home and I've seen the leftovers of this. And water going down here, like you can see here. You can see the water draining down to there. Comes up this path, just like I said at the start of the video. It's all a pool of water here, everything else is dry. It's a dry day. But there's really, when you think about it, there's absolutely no reason why this pool of water would be here. That's all clear. We know that from the tests. That's all clear because the water's come gushing out here. Okay, well I'm going to have a cup of coffee, then we'll work out how to use this thing for kicks, I suppose. The video at the start of this video is like the video evidence of, you know, that I've come into the room and I've found a flood that's happened before. Sometimes I can't help but think, you know, wonder is this place haunted or something like that. I know that that's not the answer to it. There'll be a logical answer, but at the moment I can't find it. I've come home from shopping or work and I've come in here and it's been just like this, with that hole covered up. You see here, there's a little bit coming out there this time, and that's where it was coming out from originally. Now, it was only coming out from a small hole just there at the back of this cap. That's from the previous plumber. He came in, he cleared out down there. That goes to the kitchen. That goes up to the bathroom, laundry, 2 toilets, and the unit up there. Okay, well I've got a lead in here, and this was disconnected, but they've got it so that it can't be separated. So what I did was I plugged it in there. Up is forward, down is reverse to get it out. There's the pipe there, and this is the operation switch. So for there to be 2 leakages, one's out of the top of this cover here, and the other one's coming from just down there somewhere. So what that says to me is it's possibly up there toward the back of the house. That one goes, where am I now? That one goes to the kitchen. I've got hearing protection now. Okay, that's one. That's the second one going out there. I'll connect another one. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. All right, you ready? Yep. Okay, go. Stop. The first thing I notice is you can't do this job by yourself. It's you've got to have 2 people with this machine. The attachments will not go up there by themselves. You have to actually manually push them in. At this point we've come in and it hasn't gone straight up, but maybe it's fortunate that it's going up the back of the house. So that's the pipe running through there. Where is it? That's it there. Okay, just a sec. Right, now this is going to twist up, alright? Okay, try it real quick. Try it again. Okay, you just don't touch the top. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, keep it going. Okay. Alright. More. Okay, so there's 7 metres up inside the pipe. It won't go any further because this will twist up everywhere in front of the machine. The video at the start of this video was made on the 7th of the 1st 2020, and that was during I think it was about a 7 or 8 month drought. We did have rains, we've had rains very recently, but yeah, that was during the drought. I think it's around about Saturday the 16th of the 2nd 2020 now. The video at the start of this video is very unusual because in the video it does look like an absolute torrent has come down here and down there, and maybe even more water that came out after the test once it was unblocked. This machine's quite dangerous, and we did get 6 metres up up toward the back of the house. I did that with the maths by how many pieces we've got to connect to the machine. So from here back, so it's a fair way. Okay, well, I'm just about done with this one, so you know, I'll pack up and bring all this back early tomorrow morning. One thing I'd like to add is when I first came here, I had to do a lot of work to this area of the door jamb. It was all messed up, and I think in the past the previous owner has had a plumber in who's done the same thing here. Another thing I'd like to say is the previous plumber made this hole just there, and he didn't use my hole that I provided you know, for a test I did. Now you can only go up that way, so the previous plumber has he's gone up this way to unblock the pipe. It's impossible to have one of these curl around in this small area unless you had the machine up there maybe, but it's you know, it's too far back. I think what's going to have to happen here is all this plumbing, I'll have to run PVC, I'll have to re-plumb it down the kitchen, back of the house, all the way to the nearest join around here, and that's where I'll find any hidden problems. You're not going to believe this. I told the person in the house to turn on all the taps, and a whole lot of debris and some stone came through. I could hear sort of stone somewhere, and then a whole lot of debris came through, and a whole gush of dirty water, and a lot of water went through, and now it's running clear. I didn't film it because I didn't think anything would change or happen or come through, so that's a fix. One thing about under the house is, say for instance those baskets there, if they're left on the earth for long enough, there'll be like these white roots underneath. I don't know from what tree or what it is, but you know, that could be like a contributing factor or something. But yeah, with my hand on the Bible, man, there was like a stony sound. The bathroom and laundry was renovated recently, and there was like a black clump of something. and after the clump came through, a whole lot of water gushed down, and it cleared up. With this video, keep your eye on the comment section or description section, and if there's no difference, if it still leaks, I'll put something in there for sure. Oh, there. Yeah. Nine frying. You know,